All right, then we're going to go ahead and get started. The workshop today is going to be a little bit different than we have in the past. Brennan, we have two guest speakers today. So we're going to go ahead and get started. And ladies first, we have Ms. Gina Bonert. So if you want to go ahead and take it away, Gina.
Good morning, everyone. Thanks for being here. This is a great turnout. I'm going to put all of my contact information in the chat for you, but I'm sure that my flyer will be shared after this event anyway, so you'll have my contact information that way as well. So I'm Gina Bonert. I'm with the Texas Veterans Leadership Program. I'm what they call a veteran resource and referral specialist. And I cover all of the Coastal Bend and the Golden Crescent area. So Golden Crescent is up by like Victoria in that area. So if you've got friends in that area, I can assist up there as well. What I do is basically provide direct referrals, access to resources or assistance with any kind of benefits, anything that has to do with veterans, pretty much anything that touches a veteran's life. I try to have a resource or a contact to provide for that need or to provide for that access to the benefit. So essentially what that looks like is a warm handoff. So I try to have someone within my network. I work with JJ a lot. You're going to hear from him here in a minute. So I try to do a warm handoff as opposed to, here's the 100 number. I've heard about this benefit. It sounds great. I hope you're not on hold for 2 hours. So that's the kind of thing that we try to avoid if at all possible. Every once in a while, there are certain benefits that you sometimes have to call a phone number and wait, but it's very rare. Most of the time, a resource and a phone number, the name of a person, and I'll warm up that referral before sending you over. So what you're seeing on the screen right now, this is just like a copy and paste from our TVLP website, the Texas Veterans Leadership Program. Just kind of explains in a nutshell what kind of resources we offer. So this is just kind of a description of the program. And then if you scroll just a little bit, you'll see that I added a picture of my business card. That way you all have my contact information, because here we are in this virtual world. And then the second page, it's a really long, boring list of things. But what these are, and it's not an all-inclusive list, but this is just a list of example referrals, resources, different groups that I work with, because sometimes as veterans, like, we don't know what we don't know. So you may not know what kind of resources out there or what benefit is out there. So it kind of gives you a list of ideas, a list of things that I have assisted with referrals. And of course right now, like one of the biggest things, since we're in this COVID season, I don't even know what to call it, is I've been working a lot with employment. So if you are looking for employment, I assist with that. I also work very closely with the Texas Veterans Commission, the Workforce Solutions, and I do actually have office space inside the Workforce Solutions office off of Staples. So I do have office space in there. Right now our office hours are very limited. I will be in the office on Friday, and we can see veterans by appointment basis. So if there's something that you need and you need to meet with someone face-to-face, I can accommodate that on an appointment basis. But I do have to justify why I'm bringing you into the center. They are asking that we do as much as possible virtually, so over the phone or like a Zoom or a Teams or something. So that's kind of a rundown. Do you want me to take questions now, or do you want me to wait until after JJ and then we can just do questions all at once, or?
I guess we can do questions now if anybody has any specific questions. I will let you know that these flyers that we're putting up on the screen, I will send them to everyone that attended today. I will send it to your email so that you can have these contact information to print out.
Is the office the one at the Sunrise Mall, or is that somewhere else? Or?
So I'm actually at the Staples Center. So that's the one that's like right across from the main RT building off of Leopard Street. So I'm in that.
Oh, okay. Okay,
Yeah,
gotcha. Yes,
and the
yes, yes.
Sunrise office is currently closed, but they are
Okay.
opening on November 2nd, 1st or 2nd. It's a Monday, I believe. Looking at my calendar right now. November 2nd. It's that Monday. So they are reopening and they're going to have the same protocols that the Staples office does as well, where we're supposed to do everything we can to assist virtually. But then if someone needs access to a fax machine or phone or a computer because they don't have any other access, then we can set that appointment. So we'll be able to set appointments at Sunrise or Staples starting in November. Any other questions? I know it's early.
Okay, well then, if no other questions, we'll go ahead and have JJ go ahead and take it away.
Okay, thank you, Cindy. Morning, everyone. My name is JJ De La Cerda. I'm the Nueces County Veteran Service Officer. Just a little bit of background on myself. I'm a former Marine veteran. I did 2 combat deployments to Iraq during the invasion of Iraq in 2003, and then again in 2004 during Operation Phantom Fury. So I want to share with you a bit of the services that we provide here at the county. We can help you with service-connected disability, non-service connected disability pension, appeals, debt waivers. If you owe the VA any money or you've been given too much money, they tend to come back for it. So we can help with debt waivers as well. Claims for survivors, whether it be death pension, DIC, dependent amenity compensation, burial allowance, plot allowance, and VA grave markers, and that's only for private cemeteries. The cemetery here on 37, the Coastal Bend State Veteran Cemetery, has their own ordering process for headstones, so we can't help in that regard, but we can help you on the private side. We can also help you request your DD-214 through the NPRC, the National Personnel Record Center in St. Louis, Missouri. Although right now they're currently on phase 1 because of COVID, meaning they're only helping homeless, those that are unemployed or have dire medical strain. So they should be opening up to phase 2 very soon, but they do get 20,000 requests a day. So they are a little bit backlogged. So just give it some time. We can also help you correct your military records. We can help you request for your medals and decorations in case you lost those. And then we can refer it to people, you know, the educational benefits. We can refer you to Cindy. Of course, you know, you have that contact already, but if you want to go to the A&M side, we can refer you to Art Montiel. VA Healthcare, we can refer you over to Philip Davila or Martin Longoria at the VA. And then, of course, for employment, we refer you to Gina. We work hand in hand together a lot. And so if you're ever looking for any land loans or home loans, you can also reach out to the VA and the Texas Veterans Land Board. So we have contacts there that can help you as well. We do have a grant here at Nueces County. It's called the Veterans Assistance Grant, and we can help you pay for rent, mortgage, utilities, food, household supplies, transportation, and even burial or cremation. Of course, all of this is on an emergency basis. So you have to meet a certain income threshold. You have to be a resident of Nueces County, and you have to have an honorable or under honorable conditions discharge. Okay. We do also have a Thank a Vet program. I'm not sure if you've heard of that, but that's pretty much a basic, it's an ID card that the county gives you. You go over to the 2nd floor of the county courthouse and talk to the county clerk's office. You register your DD-214 there, and it's free. You can register it there, and they hold it for you. So in case you ever lose it or need it for any reasons, you can simply go over to the county clerk's office, and they'll give it to you for free. On top of that, they give you a veteran ID card, and you can use that to go to any of the participating merchants here in the county, and they give you a discount whenever you order food or you go to a restaurant. There's a lot of participating merchants that give discounts, so it's a plus. You know, it's a win-win. We are now currently working with our Veterans Treatment Court, and so what that is, it's a voluntary 12 to 24 month intensive supervision program that's held by the Honorable Judge Jack Polcher. And so what that does is it helps veterans kind of dismiss any charges they may have. It's a different avenue aside from the normal, justice system. And in that, you have to do, your community service hours and things like that. But it's a different program where, I'm sorry, there was a question that came up. And I'll answer that right after this. And so it's a different program. It takes you away from the normal criminal justice system. And there's a little bit of leniency, but you have to fulfill that program completely in order for that to happen. So there's volunteering opportunities. They're working with my office now so that the veterans can volunteer here. If the veteran volunteers with any veteran organization, whether it be a nonprofit organization, Judge Polcher gives them leniency. In other words, it counts twice towards their volunteer or community service hours. So that's a great program. And if you ever get in trouble, which try not to, but if you ever do, there's that program for you. Okay. Let me see here. But that's pretty much it. I wanted to discuss the ceremonies. We do have 2 ceremonies planned for the rest of the year at Sherrill Veterans Memorial Park. The first one's on Veterans Day, which is November 11th, 2020, and it starts at 10 o'clock a.m. and it's sharp. The other one is on December the 7th, and that's Pearl Harbor's Day ceremony. So again, both of those are at Sherrill Veterans Memorial Park, and they both start at 10 a.m. So we'd love to have you out there. Okay. We normally have veteran resources fairs that we put together here at my office, and we get all the resources together from the community. But with COVID, that's kind of been put on the back burner. We can't do that because of the social distancing guidelines. But hopefully soon we will be putting that together, and we'll keep you posted on that. But if you have any questions, my office number is 361-888-0820. And again, I'll put my contact information in the chat. And let me see if we have any questions. I believe there was one. Yeah, so Fernando Cruz asked if the ID card is the same as getting a veteran mark on your driver's license when you go to renew your driver's license. So the answer is no, it's a little bit different. There's participating merchants throughout the county that have worked with the county clerk's office, and they've volunteered to offer discounts. In order to receive that discount, you have to present that Thank a Vet card. So you have to register your DD-214 over at the county clerk's office to get that veteran ID card. It's a little, let me actually, I think I have it on me. Just so you can see what it looks like. Okay, and this is what it looks like. It's a little bit old, but so this is what your Thank a Vet card would look like. Okay, and you can present that at any participating merchant, and they'll give you a discount. Okay, so again, if you have any questions, just let me know. We're here to help you. Don't be afraid to reach out. There's help from. Yes, they're currently open. Yes, ma'am, Miss Laura Landa. They're currently open right now. So you can go to the second floor of the county clerk's office, of the county courthouse, and visit the county clerk's office, and they'll take care of you.
Fernando's asking, he just wants to confirm that they would need to show is their DD-214?
That's correct. All you need is to show your DD-214. They'll register it there with the county just so that it's there forever in case you ever lose it. And then they'll snap your picture and give you your veteran ID card right then and there.
And then I have a question. Is there a list of participating merchants anywhere that they could look at?
There sure is. You're gonna have to go to the county clerk's website, and you can actually email them. Their email address is thankavet, and I'll put it on the chat, thankavet@nuecesco.com. There you go. Gina put that up there.
And I can, I'll post another link. So I put I think I accidentally sent, instead of putting those, I just sent it to everyone. Okay, I thought I accidentally put a private message.
It's on there.
Here's the link for, you can like see the ID card just a little bit closer.
Mhm. And it's a great program.
Information in there. And if you know a small business and you would like to get them involved in this program, you can send this link to them, and then they can add themselves or get, added to the program.
Correct.
Okay, I have a question from Domingo. He's asking, is that just in Nueces County? Because he lives in Jim Wells County.
That's correct. It's currently only in Nueces County, and it's been enacted by the county clerk here in Nueces County. So unfortunately, yes, I would get with your county clerk over there in Jim Wells and see if they can start this program in that area. I mean, why not? Any other questions? Well, again, I'm here to help you at any time. Just give us a call. Don't be afraid to call. Again, 361-888-0820. And if you have any questions in regards to claims, I can help you with that as well.
JJ,
Yes, ma'am.
speaking of claims and, service connection many times is the hardest part because we have to establish the nexus. And so do you know, or do you have a list of doctors that know how to do those things?
I honestly don't, because normally the people that we see is people that visit the VA, right? The VA clinic. And so they have to reach out to their specific doctors. It depends on what PAC team they're on. But do you have a list of that, Gina? I don't think no. Yeah, so it just depends on the veteran.
Yeah, I was told, I guess it's kind of like a conflict of interest, since I'm a state employee, and then since you process disability claims, someone had once told me that was a conflict of interest, and that's why they don't provide us anything like that. I guess my best advice is just to ask the doctor if they have experience with assisting a veteran in establishing service connection. So if they have experience with that and are familiar, because some doctors are not even familiar and they don't know what you're talking about when you say service connection. But that would be my best bet. You can Google it, but the problem is if you start Googling for doctors with service connection, most of the time there is a fee, and a lot of times they want to connect you with an attorney, and so they want, then they'll either want you to pay up front, or they want to take like your first, I think it's usually like a percentage of your first 6 months.
Yeah.
So anyway, just be careful of that, because in the state of Texas, we are so blessed to have so many free services to assist with filing a disability claim. So if you can just, if you call a couple doctor's offices and see if they have some familiarity, if they even know the word service connection, that's typically a good sign. And the other thing you can do is you can look at, the word just escaped me. The, what is that called, JJ, when it's the presumptive conditions?
Presumptive conditions.
Is that the right word?
It's like presumptive conditions. That's if you have a condition where it's no matter what, if it's on a presumptive list, you qualify for it if you're diagnosed with it. So that helps out a lot. Like for Iraq veterans, there's a lot of conditions that are on the presumptive list, and if you're diagnosed with that specific condition and it's on that presumptive list, they automatically give you that rating. So it all depends on which era, to be honest with you. Vietnam veterans have the Agent Orange, and of course, if they have certain conditions where they were exposed to Agent Orange, well, they get that rating if they're diagnosed. But it all depends on the veteran and the era, to be honest with you.
Well, where do we get this presumptive list?
You can Google it, to be honest with you. It's everywhere. Just put your era, and Persian Gulf War veterans, they have a presumptive list. Vietnam veterans have a presumptive list. So you can simply Google it. Just put VA, Vietnam presumptive list, Agent Orange, if you're looking for that specific. Or VA, Persian Gulf veteran, presumptive list, and it'll pull up for you. So it's fairly easy to find on Google.
Presumption.
I'm going
I had
to
a
share my
question.
real quick. But here's more information, and I can share this link also. But this is, it kind of defines what a presumptive service connection is. But like JJ said, there's a lot for Gulf War veterans, for Iraq, Afghanistan. They're working on new ones for burn pits.
Yeah.
So there's different ones out there. So there are some things that, if you look at some of those lists, and here's where, you know, it talks about like Agent Orange. So there are several things on here. Actually, here's the list right here. So
There you go.
Okay, can you rewind a little bit? Because you said there was something about Gulf War veterans that I missed.
There's a lot for Gulf War veterans. Actually, here, the right-hand column, there's a list of things on here. That was one of the longer lists that I knew was the Gulf War veterans. But actually, now that this column over here on the left, former prisoners of war. Okay, I was going to say this column on the left is much longer.
That's actually a great list.
You're going
There's
to
more.
share
The VA has a ton of information on their website.
this? Who does?
It's just a link to a PDF from the VA, but there are different things that, you know, if you're in one of these categories of war veterans, you can take a look on there. And if you already have a diagnosis, that makes service connection real easy.
Sure.
Okay.
I think there was another question in there I was gonna,
Yeah, there was a question from Pierre. I think he's talking about the Thank-A-Vet. He put, I enlisted in another state. Does this apply to people who enlisted in Texas? Is that, Pierre, if I'm wrong about what you're asking, you can go ahead and say, but I think that's what he was asking about.
Okay. No, it doesn't matter where you enlisted. If you're a resident of Nueces County, you can apply for that Thank-A-Vet card. So as long as
Yeah, that's all I was asking because again, I enlisted in Georgia, but I moved here like a year ago with my wife. So
yeah, you qualify. That's no problem. As long as you're a resident of Nueces County, you can get that Thank-A-Vet card.
okay, thank you.
No problem, sir.
And then another question from Shaughnessy. What are the qualifications for VA home loans?
so the VA, it's not actually a home loan, it's a VA guaranteed loan. And I'm trying to pull that up now. It works like similar to a HUD loan. So sometimes that means you're gonna get a better interest rate. And sometimes, well, the biggest benefit is not having to put down a down payment.
Correct.
So instead of having to do like a conventional home loan is like 80-20, so you're gonna have to put down like 20% whenever you're buying a home. In a conventional, with a VA home loan, they secure the loan, so you don't have to put your 20% down. So you can actually, I think it's the only home loan option out right now that you can actually finance 100% of the loan. So that's the biggest benefit right there. And then as far as the eligibility goes, I believe you have to have an honorable discharge, and I think there might be something else. I'm pulling up the document right now.
I believe it's 24 consecutive months of active duty or whatever you were activated for by presidential order.
Okay. And so here's the VA has changed so much on their website. Here's the link. And this is interesting. It says veterans who meet a service length requirement, but it doesn't say what the service length requirement is. So that's not very helpful.
Yeah.
But you have, if you have an e-benefits account or a va.gov account, you can log into that and you can request your certificate of eligibility for a VA home loan, and it will tell you right there if you are, if you're eligible for the home loan or not. So, and I think the last couple links, maybe I accidentally shared that with Veronica. Oh, maybe. Okay, I did share it with everyone. Okay.
All right, so any other questions?
Yes, I had a question about the mortgage help. How does that work?
So it's on an emergency situation. So it depends on what you have as far as income. it's a 200% poverty threshold, and it has to be on an emergency basis. So let's say there's a dire constraint and you can't pay your mortgage on that specific month. You can reach out to us. All we need is your DD-214 and then your driver's license. What I'll do is I'll pre-screen you and make sure that you're eligible. And after that, I'll send you over to our social services department. They'll do an application with you and see if you're eligible. If you're eligible, they'll go ahead and help you out.
Okay,
That's how the way it works. Yes, sir.
thank you.
Can you hear me?
But what's
Yeah.
his, where do we?
Okay, 'cause I lost controls of my controls on the Zoom. But anyways, thank you. I just want to make sure you can hear me because I lost controls.
Yes, I can.
We can hear you.
Yes, we can hear you. Did you have a question, Belinda?
Well, one, I wanted to thank you actually, because you said you're going to share you said earlier you're going to share with us what was displayed. So I wanted to thank you for that.
Yes, I will. Because I know this is a lot of information thrown at you. So that way, you know, you'll have it to print out. And then also to make it easier, I can coordinate if there's somebody that wants to specifically talk one-on-one with Gina or JJ, just let me know and I can coordinate that with you so you all can get connected.
Absolutely.
Oh, well, I want also what Gina was displaying on the screen as well.
Oh, yes, yes. Yeah, we are recording this. So afterwards I'll have to work to find out how we can share that with you so you all can go and be able to look at the links that are shared and the information on the chat.
Oh, thank you.
We can copy and paste, so you can copy all the chat out of there. We can copy and paste that into a Word document and then share it. And that way you can see the dialogue on there as well. I did want to share like 2 more things. I think, what do we only have like a couple minutes? I know we're running out of time here.
No, you're good. You're good.
Too. But for anyone that's looking for employment, whether that be full-time or part-time, the Hiring Red, White, and You, we're only 2 weeks out from hiring Red, White, and You. So that's going to be on November 5th. And starting at 9 a.m., veterans get priority of service. So veterans are going to be able to attend the first hour and to have first opportunity to chat with employers. So you're going to have the ability to chat one-on-one with employers that are in the career fair. And the employers are only going to be chatting with veterans. So this is your opportunity to get right in there, 9 a.m. You can be the first ones in front of employers and talk to them about different employment opportunities that they have available. So kind of a unique opportunity right now. Most of the career fairs, you know, you show up and you don't really get to talk to anyone since they're virtual. So coming up. And then the last thing that I wanted to share is there is a virtual career fair prep workshop. Say that real fast. So that is being hosted by the Texas Veterans Commission, and they've been doing these all month. The next one is coming up on Monday. It's from 10 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. And they talk about how to prepare before the career fair, what to expect at the career fair, how to prepare yourself mentally, how to prepare your space, what to expect from employers, because the employers they have the opportunity to do a live interview with you. So they can send you a Zoom link or a Teams link or a WebEx or whatever video platform they use, and then they can offer an interview to you right there on the spot. So they'll help you get prepared for that and talk about some common interview questions and those kinds of things. So I'll share this flyer with the Veterans Upward Bound team so they can get this out to you, because you do have to register. Same with the Hiring Red, White, and You career fair. So that one you have to register for as well. So.
Gina, can you also please share what you had displayed earlier too with the team?
Sure, like on the presumptive conditions and those kinds of things.
Yes, please.
Sure, absolutely. Yep, I'll get that shared out with everyone. Well, I'll share with Veterans Upward Bound team. They can get it out to you.
Yes, that'll be fine. Questions? Okay. Ron.
I'm sorry. Gina, I had a question for you, but I think it might be better if I ask you after the meeting. But I just wanted to let you know that I had something. And then also my card, my veterans card looks a little different than the one that
Oh, that's
JJ showed
your,
us.
that's your health ID card. You maybe
That's your VA ID card.
know. I got a little private
Okay.
information on there. So
Okay.
the Veterans Health ID card, and that is a different program from the Think a Vet card. So it is,
Okay.
but when you go in and to ask to be a part of the Think a Vet program, they ask for your DD-214. I don't know if they would accept that card, but you have your DD-214, right, Ross?
Yes.
Yeah, so you can just take your DD-214 in there and show them. The other really good
Okay.
thing to do is, I think it's on a different floor. I'm sure JJ knows, but in Nueces County, you can get your, you can put your DD-214 on file, so that if anything ever happened, you lost it, if there was flood, fire, hurricane, you know,
I think I have a certified copy at the county.
yes, so you can put a copy on file with the county. But I think, is it on a different floor than where?
It's the same office, Gina. It's actually the same office. Yeah.
Great.
The second floor, it's the county clerk's office, and they do the Thank a Vet program as well. So
So-
you register
So,
there and you
what-
can
one-stop
start at
shopping.
any time.
What does that program do that they won't honor the fact that you're a veteran and your card just looks different?
It's a different
See, that's
program.
one of the complaints that I have as a veteran. We always have to have extra cards and extra paperwork, and it feels like the reason why some people don't even want to say they're a veteran, because you end up having to show more paperwork instead of less.
Well, it's a benefit, so.
I kind of wish people would
The benefit
combine.
is getting the discount, but I mean, you don't have to be a part of the program. It's not a requirement. It doesn't make you any less of a veteran or anything like that. You don't
Right,
have to be a part of the
right.
program. But if you wanted to, it's basically incentivizing veterans to go put their DD-214 on file. AJ and I can
Oh, I
both speak to the
see.
times that we've had spouses, crying spouses come to us and they need assistance for getting burial for their veteran spouse, and they don't have a DD-214, they don't
Right.
have their service, there's nothing that they can do, and we can't do anything without a DD-214. But at least if
Right.
it's filed with the county, then we can say, okay, try going to the county. So it is a program to incentivize you to put your DD-214 on file with the county. So heaven forbid something happen and your loved ones are trying to give you a military or, you know, a funeral with honors. This helps do that. You know, I mean, that's just one example. Another example is, so I have a lot of veterans who were previously on the streets, and, you know, they take a nap, they go to sleep or something like that, and someone steals all their stuff. And then when
Yeah.
lost everything and don't have ID, don't have a copy of their DD-214, anything like that. And so at least if they already had it on file with the county, they can go to the county and get a free copy of their DD-214.
Exactly.
But since I did it ahead of time, I can't get the card
Yes, you
without
can.
doing
No,
it
you
again.
can. You can.
Just let them know that you've registered already. They'll pull you up in their database, and then
Yeah.
they'll just snap a picture of you and give you your ID card. But you can still do it.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
All
Well,
free. It's all just a
It's
benefit.
all free.
But I mean, we all know there's a lot of businesses out there that are going to offer a veterans discount to you, regardless of having to think of that card. So
yeah.
you really have to have that to get a
They've given me
discount.
discounts with this one
Sure.
at several different places. But I mean, if they're gonna only recognize that card at other places, then it makes sense to get it.
Yeah.
Okay, well then, after the meeting, then I will, you would like me to call you?
Sure. Yeah. If you have questions, you're welcome to call either one of us. So yeah, we're here to help.
All right, thank you.
And I think you've already got my cell phone number, you know, so you know how to get a hold of me. And
Sure.
my business card that will get shared with everyone, that scanned image, it has both my office phone and my cell phone on there, but call the cell phone. the office phone is supposed to automatically forward to my cell phone, but sometimes it rings twice and I don't get a chance to answer. And then if you don't leave a phone number, because we're in the age of caller ID, it shows up as my office phone number. It doesn't show up as your phone number. And then I don't know what number I'm supposed to call back. So just use the cell phone number.
Okay, I think we have Pierre who wants to ask a question, unless you want to ask after the meeting, Pierre. I wasn't sure about you.
No, it's just, I wanted to ask, so the nearest clerk office for me is Robstown. Do I have to go to the main one downtown in Corpus, or can I do it in Robstown as well?
Yes, sir. Unfortunately, you do have to come over to the county courthouse here downtown in Corpus.
Okay, okay.
Okay, any other questions anybody has or comments?
If we need access to a fax machine, where can we go?
You can do that at the workforce. So we do have to schedule an appointment with the workforce to get you in, but they do have a fax machine there. It's free for you to use. So if you need an appointment, just give me a call and I can coordinate that for you, because of the social distancing, we can only have 10 customers in the building at a time. So we have to schedule those appointments.
Oh, thank
And
you.
you can also reach out to my office as well. We're going to be opening up November 2nd. So we do have a fax machine and you're more than welcome to use it.
Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
No problem.
All right then. Okay, so if no one else has any other questions, again, if you want to talk one-on-one with JJ or Gina, I can coordinate that. Just shoot me a text or give me a call. And I will also follow up with everyone that attended with all of the flyers that we shared and their contact information. So if you want to reach out to them on your own, you can do that. So JJ and Gina, thank you so much for participating in this workshop. I really appreciate it, and I can vouch to everyone that they will ready and willing to help you in any way that they can. So please don't hesitate to contact them. Okay?
Thank you for having us. We appreciate
Yeah,
it.
thank you for the opportunity.
Yeah.
So appreciate it.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you guys for your
Thank you
service.
for all the information.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
for
Great
your service.
information.
Awesome. All right. Have a good day. Bye-bye.
Hi, everyone.
Bye.
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 Nice to see everybody.
Same here.